Welcome back, Organic Fanatics. We got some stuff to talk about. We had ourselves a game yesterday. We played the Indiana Pacers. We got two more games, one against New Orleans, which is our next game, and then our final game against the Indiana Pacers once again. So it was basically a bench for bench, but we had phenomenal contributions by a lot of our players. A great team win, great step up from all the players that we've been wanting to watch step up to play significant minutes and to see what they can contribute. And obviously, contribute they did. That is something that they did. We know Emmanuel quickly has been nothing but consistent. Give that man the sixth man of the year trophy. It's undeniably his. He had a 30-point game, a 38-point game, a 39-point game, and a 40-point game. And two of those, the 39-point and the 40-point, he averaged or he got us 9 assists in those games. So not only did he give us huge points, big 3 pointers, fantastic scoring ability and efficiency. But he also gave us 9 assists, which was huge. He gave us again 9 assists last night in his 39-point outing. Let's go right to him. 39 points, 9 assists. He also had 6 rebounds, which is huge. So you gave us 6 rebounds. He was 14 for 26 from 2 pointers. So 50% from his scoring, and 7 of 13 for threes. That boy was cooking. All right, way over, and he's averaging 45% from the 3 point for the entire season. How huge is that? And he had 2 steals, and he still contributed in a defensive aspect. All right, then you got Obadiah Labin. Okay, he got 32 points, huge game, big shots, Obi. All right, and that was after he tweaked his knee that he was almost out the game for good, because if he didn't hit that free throw when he got injured, he would have been out and wasn't able to come back the entire game. And he mustered up the energy and fight, and then he got back in, hit those free throws, and he was right back playing. And all that, he was able to contribute 32 points, 3 rebounds. Even while he's running and gunning like a deer, he still got 3 rebounds. He got 6 assists, so he's finding and facilitating, finding his teammates while contributing in all aspects of there. And he had a steal while doing it. He was 11 of 18, and that was a phenomenal night. He was 5 of 12 from threes, but he was definitely not shy about chucking them up. So he threw them out, plus giving you 4 dunks. Yeah, and yesterday we had 28 points on fast break points, which was huge. He was obviously a big part of that. And we had 34 assists. So 34 assists lets you know we were looking for each other. The ball was moving. That's what we've been calling for a while. So great to see this young team, the bench, the youth, finding, facilitating, moving the ball, slicing, cutting, running, finding fast breaks, besides finding their own shots. So it helped out quite a bit on there. So it was a huge game by Obi Toppin, knowing and letting the coach know that he will be ready in the playoffs, to look for him, to count on him, to trust him with big minutes, and that he's going to contribute in more than just dunking and other options out there. He's going to spray the ball, which Coach Thibodeau's always talking about. So he's going to find his teammates with at least, 6 points. That's almost a double double from him. Especially when not getting consistent minutes, to be able to play and contribute was huge. So that's big for him. And then what can you say about Mitchell Robinson, Mr. Block Party himself? Mitchell's Block Party, which we need to see that, by the way, Mitch. If you're watching, we need to see Mitch's Block Party. I need to see that back. It was a great segment that you had. Very funny. Bring that back. Love to see it. So Mitch had 14 points, 16 rebounds, 7 blocks. The boy was just swatting flies. He was just swatting flies. All right. And he also had 2 steals. So he was all over the boards. He was all over on the defense, which not too much of defense was yesterday, because the game was, it was just no defense except for Mitch for the most part, and not stealing, and 2 steals. But what I found interesting is in the beginning of the game, if you watch it, we were finding Mitch in the post. I want to say almost 5 to 6 plays straight. If you watch the first quarter, how many times he scored in the post, which that's all he was talking about. Get him involved in the game. If you get him those low post points, he can score. He went to show it. So maybe he was talking to his players, knew that this game was going to be where the vets weren't going to be in there, the starters, to find him and give him an opportunity to show what he can do. He was a huge reason why we lost to Atlanta. We didn't have our post presence. He was hurt then, so people were talking about that Julius failed. He didn't have all the tools. I think it's going to be a different outcome this playoffs, and I think Cleveland is a very potent team. So deeper than I think Atlanta was before. So it's going to be a slugfest, but I see us getting that W. Should everybody stay healthy? Excuse my computer in the background. So big game by Mitch. That was huge. Look out. He went to show that he can give you other options, other looks, post in the paint besides just lobs. So got to find the big man, feed the big man. I think that was huge. And another option that we have that's going to be another option in the playoffs. So that's big there. And then Grimes. I've been calling for him to come through, to be more consistent. And I cannot say that he has not. He's been on fire. We got All Star Grimes. All right, so this is the Rising Stars Grimes. That's what we got back. 36 points, 6 rebounds. So to give you that and give you 6 rebounds and 5 assists. So I tell you, he's a facilitator, a playmaker, and 3 steals. So our team, we were fighting, we were defending, we were looking for steals. We were in the paint, in the lane. We were trying to guard everybody in the defenders. To have that many steals from our team is a great thing. So that shows that our heart is in the mindset. And speaking of heart, segue to Josh Hart. So Josh Hart only has 6 points, but this is more of a typical game and a typical stat line for Josh Hart that you should expect from now and going forward. But 6 points, but 12 rebounds. He's that dude with the rebounds. He's greedy. He's snatching everything. He's like Magneto, and the ball is a magnet. It just finds its way to him. He can just summon the ball to him. That boy is good. 12 rebounds, 7 assists. So I told you, he's a playmaker. He's a facilitator. He's finding his boy. That was part of the 28-point fast break. So 7 assists and 4 steals again. So that unit right there is crazy. So if we got a bench piece that all of these bench players, we should outshine everybody. And that is going to be the key to our postseason run. So as long as we got these guys playing, which these last 3 games are very important that they get time and playing time, you're going to see them do wonderful in the playoffs. That's going to be a huge advantage for us for the playoffs. So what we're witnessing now is the next evolution, development, all while resting Randall while he's getting better, all while resting Jalen Brunson and giving burn time to everyone else. Hartenstein was as usual. I think he had 7 points and 8 rebounds as well. 3 points for Deuce, but 3 assists. So even though he hit one shot, he's still finding his teammates. He's getting some minutes, so he's going to get some confidence going into these last 2 games. So this is all positives for us going into the playoffs. So even though Julius is hurt, it shows a positive sign that we have people that can contribute, that we're not just going to lose out on points or anything until the big man comes back. I'm not going to be dealing with any of this conversation of trade Randall and do we keep Obi. Let's love our team. Let's facilitate them. Max everybody out. I say we just max them out. We got all their rights. Give them the most money. Give them another year run. And then next year we could talk about that. I'd love to see if we can keep our team together. When have we ever been able to draft such wonderful talent and keep them? We struggle in draft, and Leon Rose in the front office, and Scott Perry, Allen Houston, Brock, everybody in our front office is doing a phenomenal job. They hit home runs. They're batting 1,000. Every pick that they pick is hit. All right. I mean, we're waiting for Trevor Keels and Sims, and they still got a couple of years development. Those were developmental pieces, but you see the raw potential in them. So once Deuce, Sims, and Keels kick in another year or two, we're going to be doing great there. So I would love to see if we can just keep our players. Let's max out what we have. I mean, we're going to be trading for players to contribute what these guys can do. This is just a small sample size of what you can see, what they can contribute on there. I know it's hard between OB and all that, but Tibbs has to find a way next year to get minutes for these people. I don't think Randall should get more than 30. As beastly as he is, the highest 30, 34 points at most, but not even. I mean, you got great talent all around that preserves your players. But we'll talk about that another time. I'm too excited. I'm going down the rabbit hole, but wonderful, wonderful game. Great opportunity. You see the potential in all these players, and then we're going to end it with a segment from Mr. Fat Joe himself. Anybody trying to call for Obi, Grimes, or my man Emmanuel Quickly, anybody in the roster, yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Pay up if you're going to try to come for them, but hopefully we max them out and they stay with us and we go over the salary cap, whatever it is. Let's pay them their money and keep our players. We'd love to see our youth. We'd love to see them grow. So if you like what you hear and if you got contrary opinions, put them in the comments. Let me know. We'll reply to you Fridays 5 p.m., Sundays 5 p.m. We'd love to chop it up with you. We want to see what you got in the comments section. We'll shout you out in the comments section and bring up your comments so we can conversate on it. Come holla at us. The Organic Fanatics. Peace.